So beautiful ones, how do we underpaint using one of the new jelly blushes? Do bear in mind that they tend to stain the skin as soon as they touch the skin, well the formulations I've got today do. They're only £2 each from Poundland, I do beg your pardon. These are the AOC jelly tints for lip and cheek. I got 2 of these today. I got Pink Zinc, which is a pink shade obviously, and then Cherry Glow, not Cheeky Glow, Cherry Glow, and that's a blood red formula. This is more of a candy sort of pink colour. We're going to be using the red one today. And all you need to do is you need to go and get yourself a beauty blender, make it sure it's nice and wet, wring off the excess water, and then just identify where you want to put your blush. Open up the cheek and lip tint, get it up not too much, because I was filming a review of these a few minutes ago and the whole thing snapped off the pink one, so not really that good quality I suppose, but doesn't matter. So anyway, just put some onto the damp sponge, and then simply just go into wherever you want to have the blush, and start off with very, very, very fine layers, guys, because this stuff stains like fuckery. It does, I'm sorry, but it does. Half of my face was nearly removed earlier when I was trying to scrub off the pink strip that I had on that side of my face, because I didn't realise that you needed to A, apply it with a damp sponge, and B, apply in small thin layers. Yep, I will just do this side of the face today, I think, or maybe I could show you the pink one too. But that's one application. Can you see how natural that looks? Wonderful, isn't it? This could be with a soaked sponge the way forward for me, because I hate the look of very, very thick, cakey makeup on anyone, especially on myself. Although once that's on the face, that's going to last all day, guys. I promise you that much. So let's put some more on. And we're going to try to build up in this region here, so that we've got an upward direction sort of going on, vibe sort of thing. Not a vibe, what am I on about? Can you see what I mean? That a part of that's just broken off, because you need to go in with a very gentle hand with these jelly blush things. Are they Korean? I don't really know. I've done absolutely no research on these whatsoever. Haven't seen a single video on them. All I did was just saw it in Poundland earlier, as I say, £2 each, and I thought, new product, worth investigating. So I got the pink one and the red one. And because it does dry so quickly, it's important to get it onto your skin. If I were you, I'd use something like a silicone-rich primer. I'm not using a primer today, although I strongly advise you do if you're going to be using the jelly blushes. Especially the AOC ones, which are dirt cheap, but not the most sophisticated formulas in the world. Let's put my glasses on and have a little look at that so far. Can you see how natural that looks, guys? Beautiful, isn't it? Gently that way. Because there's a studio light there and a studio one here, and it may just be that the reflection is preventing you from seeing how nice that does look. Should we carry on and build it up? Why not? Again, just putting a very, very small amount on and trying not to press too hard. Can you see there's a little bit of the jelly blush on? If that happens, just smooth it into the sponge. And try not to get that on your face, that little bit that's broken off, because if you do, it will probably give you a little red mark or something. This is the apple of your cheek, guys. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that for £2. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, guys? And look at the glow. And that feels absolutely bone dry. It does. I'm not going to lie. Why should I lie? I'm not being paid to talk about this stuff. I'm not. So, do you know what I mean? If I was paid to talk about this stuff, I'd feel obliged to lie to you, and I'm not going to do that. So, an influencer, I'm not. I will never, ever, ever be an influencer. Makeup artist, trying to share my tips and tricks with you on Facebook, on YouTube. That's all I'm doing here. So if you like what you see, do subscribe, please. But if you don't, then There's nothing really offensive about the channel, is there, guys? So yeah, I'm getting much better than the pink one. The pink one was hideous because at the time I didn't realise that you needed to use a quite a damp sponge. That looks horrible now. This will be my designated jelly blush sponge from now on. Let's have a look at that now, beautiful ones. How we do? Oh wow, I really like it. I do. I think it's beautiful. It's natural. It's giving you, because it doesn't go on that smoothly. It's giving a very slight dappled sort of look, which makes it look so natural. So I'm kind of in love with this at the minute for £2 as well, guys. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right. And I have noticed that I haven't had to keep re-soaking the sponge. It smells quite nice, but why am I smelling my sponge? I imagine that if you're putting a very thick moisturiser on, followed by, or previously a primer, thick moisturiser, serum, foundation, so on and so forth, it probably wouldn't last that as long as it would do on just bare skin or just prime skin or what have you. But so that's how I'm looking at the minute. What do you think? Looks like I've just played a game of rugby, doesn't it? Never played rugby in my life. Never intend to either. And to underpaint successfully, you'll need a relatively quite sheer foundation. So we're going to be using the good old Skin Ink today by L'Oreal. This is in shade Cool Rose, 120 or 130. Oh, I'll pop it in the description. So you've got to shake it for 10 seconds before applying onto, and this is a found sealer. It's very small, so it's only 15 mils, so it's about the size of a concealer. Although possibly slightly larger than a regular concealer. I think they come in at 6 grams or something like that, or 6 ounces, something like that. Can you hear it clicking? There's a little metal ball in there which is helping to, and there's so many fixing agents in this that it needs a little metal ball in there to agitate it to make sure it's all, it's basically all mixed up nicely. So that should be plenty of mixing from yours truly now. Get yourself a foundation brush. And we'll just need to move my leg because it's starting to cramp up quite severely. It's not, it's just hurting me slightly. So we'll put a layer of this on just over the top of, and as I said, quite a sheer foundation. This is pretty sheer. And just dot it where you need it. So my cheeks are an area of concern. And what we'll do is we'll go in straight away with the brush. And we're just going to circular motions over the top of where we put the blush. Can you see it's coming through already, guys? Beautiful, isn't it? I don't know whether all jelly blushes are long wearing. I should imagine that they are. Otherwise, what's the point in having them? Can't just be a gimmick, guys, can it? Has to have some kind of use other than just being a coloured stick, because we would all use lipstick, wouldn't we? Let's have a look at that now. Yeah. So you can immediately see that the foundation has taken away the bulk of the starkness of the red shade which was there previously. It's toned it down a lot, although it's given my skin a nice bit of a flush. Let's carry on and put some on the forehead. Oh, I need to refresh it. You don't have to keep shaking the bottle though. Right, that should be plenty. Go on with the brush again. Circular motions. I like this L'Oreal Skin Ink. I do. I think it's a really nice formula. It's almost like a semi-permanent foundation, if there was such a thing, because it lasts and lasts and lasts for ages on the skin. Although you need to wash your face at the end of the day, so as long as it gets you from 8 AM to 8 PM, that's fine, isn't it? And this will definitely do that. Let's have a look at that now, shall we, guys? Yep, you can see it, can't you? See, if I'd put that on without the underpainting first, that you wouldn't have that nice glow underneath. And because if you think about it, blood has a layer of skin over the top of it to give you a natural blush, doesn't it? When we flush naturally, it does. Blood, that's what you're seeing, is the blood under the skin. We're trying to recreate that by putting the blush underneath the foundation. So we're trying to trick the eye into thinking it's more natural. Have we achieved that today? I think so. That looks incredible, doesn't it? Although my skin looks better, more perfected now, more polished, certainly. Yeah. Liking it, and it looks very, very, very natural as well, doesn't it? You could just maybe go in with a little bit of a damp sponge. Use the same sponge you used to apply it with, because that just won't come off there now. That has adhered to the sponge. Although there's plenty of moisture in this sponge now, just to help to stamping it in. That helps to just diffuse the whole look. Yep. But that's how you underpaint foundation using a jelly blush. Beautiful ones. On that side of the face as opposed to that side, which has no foundation on it, but you knew that. I do like that though. I think it's, well, I'm going to stop going on about how much I love this jelly blush. Shall I stop there? And that's it for today, beautiful ones. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Similarly, consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow. And remember that I love you all very, very much. Thank you for letting me be with you today. Have a wonderful Saturday and enjoy the rest of your weekend.